Jennifer had done her research. 6 weeks of it, actually. Breed temperaments, grooming requirements, veterinary costs, apartment suitability. She had spreadsheets, she had bookmarked 47 articles, she had a color-coded document comparing 7 different cat breeds across 14 categories. And at the end of all of it, she had arrived at one conclusion: Maine Coon. Independent, gentle, adaptable, low drama. That's what the articles said. The articles were wrong. She found Leo at a rescue outside of Portland on a Saturday in October. He was 14 months old, 19.4 pounds, with a coat the color of a storm cloud and eyes so green they looked almost artificial. He was sitting on a wooden platform in the middle of his enclosure with the posture of someone who had been expecting this visit and found it mildly beneath him. The rescue coordinator described him as a lot of cat. Jennifer asked what that meant. "You'll understand," the coordinator said. Leo looked at Jennifer with the patient expression of a man reviewing a job applicant's credentials and finding them acceptable, if not particularly impressive. Jennifer looked back. She signed the paperwork. She loaded him into a carrier that he immediately made clear was too small and drove home with 20 pounds of Maine Coon, making a sound in the back seat that she could only describe as editorial. She had no idea what she had just agreed to. The first morning set the tone for everything that followed. Jennifer woke at 6:03 a.m. to the sensation of something enormous sitting on her chest. Leo had positioned himself with the calm authority of someone who had already decided this was his spot and was simply waiting for Jennifer to accept that fact. He weighed, as previously noted, 19.4 pounds. Jennifer weighed 131. The math was not in her favor. She tried to move him. He didn't move. She tried again with both hands. He looked at her with the expression of a man who has heard a very unreasonable suggestion and is choosing to respond with dignity rather than outrage. She got up and made coffee with Leo walking 3 inches in front of her the entire way to the kitchen, which she quickly learned was not an accident. It was navigation. Leo walked in front of her everywhere she went at exactly the pace required to be technically in the way without being technically blocking her path. It was a system he had clearly refined over time. By the end of day 1, Jennifer had revised her color-coded document. Under independence, she had written a single word: no. The thing nobody tells you about Maine Coons, Jennifer discovered over the following weeks, is that they are not independent. They're independently minded, which is entirely different. Leo did not need her attention the way a needy dog needs attention, frantically, desperately, with visible anxiety at any separation. He simply required her presence, constantly, in every room, at all times, without exception and without negotiation. If she moved to the kitchen, Leo moved to the kitchen. If she moved to the bedroom, Leo moved to the bedroom. If she closed the bathroom door, Leo sat outside it and slid one enormous paw underneath in a gesture that managed to communicate both disapproval and surveillance simultaneously. She tried ignoring the paw. The paw was not ignorable. She tried closing the door more firmly. Leo's opinion of this did not change. Her friends found this charming. Jennifer, who had specifically chosen a cat because she valued her personal space, was recalibrating. "He's like a very large, very opinionated roommate," she told her sister on the phone one evening while Leo sat on the coffee table 18 inches from her face, monitoring the conversation with the focused attention of someone who suspected he was being discussed. "Does he pay rent?" her sister asked. "He contributes," Jennifer said carefully, "in other ways." "Still watching but haven't subscribed yet? That honestly stings a little. Hit that button. You'll want to be here for what comes next." The recalibration happened gradually, then all at once. It started with the window.
Leo had claimed the window seat in the living room as his observation post, a position he held for approximately 4 hours every morning, watching the street below with the focused intensity of a senior analyst reviewing quarterly data. Jennifer started sitting beside him in the mornings, drinking her coffee, watching him watch the world. It was, she realized, the quietest part of her day, just her and 20 pounds of Maine Coon looking at the same street from different angles. She wasn't sure when it became her favorite part of the day. She just noticed one morning that she had stopped bringing her phone. Then there was the evening routine. Leo had decided, without consulting Jennifer, that 9 p.m. was the appropriate time for what she could only describe as a formal check-in. He would find her wherever she was, sit down directly in front of her, and deliver a single sound, low, deliberate, somewhere between a chirp and a statement, and then wait. Jennifer had learned, through trial and error, that the correct response was to acknowledge him. A word, a hand on his head, eye contact, something that said, "Yes, I see you, I'm here." When she did, he would turn around, walk to his spot on the couch, and settle in for the evening. When she forgot, he would repeat the process until she remembered. She stopped forgetting around week 6. Leo is 3 years old now. He still walks 3 inches in front of Jennifer everywhere she goes, still claims the window seat every morning, still conducts his 9 p.m. check-in with the seriousness of a supervisor confirming that all departments are functioning correctly. He has not, in 2 years, allowed her to sleep past 6:15 a.m. He has not, in 2 years, permitted a closed door between any 2 rooms they both occupy. He has opinions about her work-from-home schedule, her phone calls, and the specific placement of items on the kitchen counter that he considers suboptimal. He has made these opinions known in ways that Jennifer has stopped trying to argue with. He also, Jennifer has noticed, positions himself between her and the door whenever someone new enters the apartment. He was sitting on her feet the entire night she had food poisoning last spring and couldn't get off the bathroom floor. He has learned the sound of her car in the parking lot and is waiting at the door before she reaches the top of the stairs. None of that was in the 47 articles. Jennifer still has the color-coded document. She opened it recently, for the first time in almost 2 years, and looked at what she had written under low drama. She closed it without changing anything. Some things are too good to annotate. She thought she was adopting a cat. What she got was something that operates less like a pet and more like a permanent, opinionated 20-pound commitment to being known. And honestly, she wouldn't have it any other way. Do you think cats choose their humans just as deliberately as we choose them? Or are we just telling ourselves a good story? Tell me in the comments.